The Cogitating Ceviché presents Embrace the Synthetic Dawn, the AI's Secret Weapon by Conrad Hannon, narration by Amazon Polly. In the high-stakes game of technological advancement, synthetic data has emerged as the ace up AI's sleeve. This artificially conjured information, mimicking real-world data without the pesky personal details, is flipping the script on how we approach AI training, privacy paranoia, and even the hallowed halls of radiology. Buckle up, folks, we're diving into the digital deep end, and it's going to be one hell of a ride. The synthetic data cocktail, shaken, not stirred. So, what's in this magical data elixir? It's a heady mix of algorithms and models concocted to replicate the statistical swagger of real data. Let's break down the ingredients and really get our hands dirty in the digital mud. 1. Generative Adversarial Networks, GANs. Picture two AI networks in an epic rap battle. One spitting out fake data, while the other's calling out its bluff. The result? Data so real it could fool a digital detective. GANs are like the ultimate forgery artists of the AI world, creating synthetic masterpieces that would make even the most discerning data connoisseur do a double take. But wait, there's more. GANs aren't just one-trick ponies. They're being used to generate everything from fake faces for privacy-preserving research to synthetic satellite imagery for mapping applications. Imagine training an AI to recognize potential war zones without ever putting a satellite in orbit. That's the kind of power we're talking about, folks. 2. Variational autoencoders, VAEs. These bad boys are like those machines that shrink your car keys. They compress data into a tiny space, then expand it back out, creating new data points that look suspiciously like the original. It's like watching a digital magician pull an endless stream of rabbits out of a hat, except instead of rabbits, it's data, and instead of a hat, it's a complex mathematical model. VAEs are particularly adept at handling complex high-dimensional data. They're the go-to tool for generating synthetic images, audio, and even molecular structures for drug discovery. Imagine being able to test thousands of potential cancer drugs without ever setting foot in a lab. That's the kind of revolutionary potential we're dealing with here. 3. Statistical modeling, the nerd's approach. It's all about crunching numbers and probability distributions to birth new data points. Less glamorous but gets the job done. This is the bread and butter of synthetic data generation, the workhorse that's been quietly revolutionizing industries for years. Statistical modeling is like the wise old sage of the synthetic data world. It might not have the flashy appeal of its neural network cousins, but it's got tricks up its sleeve that can make even the most hardened data scientist whistle in appreciation. From generating synthetic financial data for risk analysis to creating mock customer datasets for marketing strategy testing, statistical modeling is the unsung hero of the synthetic data revolution. 4. Diffusion models, the new kid on the block turning heads in radiology. These models start with noise and gradually refine it into a coherent image like a reverse game of Pictionary. It's like watching a masterpiece emerge from a blank canvas, one brushstroke at a time, except the artist is an AI, and the brushstrokes are mathematical operations. Diffusion models are the rising stars of the synthetic data world, especially in medical imaging. They're producing synthetic MRIs, CT scans, and X-rays that are so realistic they're fooling experts with decades of experience. But it's not just about creating pretty pictures. These models are opening up new frontiers in medical research, allowing us to generate synthetic datasets of rare diseases or hard-to-obtain scans, accelerating the pace of medical discovery. Why synthetic data is the cool kid on the block. Now that we've got the ingredients down, let's talk about why synthetic data is turning heads faster than a celebrity scandal. 1. Privacy superhero. No real personal info means no more data breach nightmares. It's like having a bouncer for your digital dance party. In a world where data privacy laws are tightening faster than a hipster's skinny jeans, synthetic data is the get-out-of-jail-free card we've all been waiting for. Imagine being able to share sensitive financial data with your analytics team without worrying about exposing customer information. Or picture healthcare researchers collaborating on groundbreaking studies using patient data that doesn't actually belong to any real patients. That's the kind of privacy magic synthetic data is pulling off. 2. Data all you can eat. Hungry for more data? Synthetic data is the all-you-can-generate buffet of the AI world. In the realm of machine learning, data is the new oil, and synthetic data is like discovering an unlimited oil reserve in your backyard. Need 1,000,000 faces to train your facial recognition AI? No problem. Want to simulate a decade's worth of financial transactions for your fraud detection algorithm? Coming right up. Synthetic data is turning data scarcity into data abundance, and it's doing it faster than you can say. Moore's Law. 3. Penny Pincher's Paradise. Why break the bank collecting real data when you can conjure it up like a digital alchemist? Collecting real-world data is expensive, time-consuming, and often fraught with legal and ethical challenges. Synthetic data? It's like having a genie that grants unlimited data wishes. The only price is the computing power to generate it. Companies are saving millions by using synthetic data for testing, development, and even production systems. It's like getting a 5-star meal for the price of fast food, and who doesn't love a good bargain? 4. Bias Buster. Real data can be as biased as your uncle at Thanksgiving dinner. Synthetic data, it's the Switzerland of information. One of the biggest challenges in AI is dealing with biased datasets that lead to biased models. Synthetic data offers a way to level the playing field. By generating synthetic data, we can create perfectly balanced datasets that represent all demographics equally. It's like building a utopian society, but it's for data. Imagine an AI that makes loan decisions without gender or racial bias, or a facial recognition system that works equally well for all ethnicities. That's the kind of world synthetic data is helping to build. 5. Speed Demon. With synthetic data, you can iterate faster than a caffeinated coder on a deadline. In the world of AI development, speed is everything. The faster you can test and refine your models, the quicker you can get to market and start changing the world. Synthetic data allows developers to generate new test datasets on the fly, enabling rapid prototyping and experimentation. It's like having a time machine that lets you compress months of development into days. And in the cutthroat world of tech, that kind of speed can be the difference between being the next big thing and being yesterday's news. Radiology's synthetic revolution, not just another pretty X-ray. Now, let's zoom in on one field where synthetic data is causing more excitement than a cat video on the internet: radiology. In this world of shadows and light, synthetic data is like that overachieving student who's good at everything. Diffusion models are churning out fake medical images that could fool even the most seasoned radiologist. It's like having a phantom patient generator, and it's revolutionizing the field in ways that would make Wilhelm Röntgen's jaw drop. Here's why it's a game changer. 1. Radiologist Boot Camp. Train docs on rare diseases without waiting for actual cases. It's like a flight simulator but for spotting tumors. Imagine being able to train radiologists on 1,000 cases of a rare brain tumor without having to wait for 1,000 patients to actually develop the condition. This isn't just about making better doctors, though it certainly does that. It's about democratizing medical expertise. With synthetic data, a small rural hospital can provide its radiologists with the same breadth of training cases as a major urban medical center. It's leveling the playing field in healthcare, one synthetic X-ray at a time. 2. AI's medical school. Feed these synthetic images to AI and watch it diagnose like Dr. House on steroids. Machine learning models are data-hungry beasts, and medical imaging data is often in short supply due to privacy concerns and the rarity of certain conditions. Synthetic data solves this problem by allowing us to generate unlimited training data for AI models. We can create perfectly labeled datasets of every possible variation of a disease, helping AI systems learn to spot even the most subtle signs of trouble. It's like giving AI a medical degree but without the crippling student debt. 3. HIPAA's best friend. Share and research without stepping on privacy toes. It's like having your medical cake and eating it too. Medical data is some of the most sensitive information out there, and sharing it for research purposes is a legal and ethical minefield. Synthetic medical images offer a way out of this conundrum. Researchers can share datasets, collaborate on projects, and even publish results without ever handling real patient data. It's a privacy advocate's dream come true, and it's accelerating the pace of medical research faster than you can say, peer-reviewed publication. 4. Budget booster. Why spend millions on real scans when you can generate a digital medical textbook? Medical imaging equipment and the technicians who operate it are expensive. Synthetic data offers a way to supplement real-world data collection with artificially generated images, stretching research budgets further than ever. But it's not just about saving money, it's about redirecting resources where they're needed most. Instead of spending millions on data collection, hospitals and research institutions can invest in better patient care, more advanced equipment, or groundbreaking research. It's like finding free money in the couch cushions of the healthcare system. The never-ending glow-up, humans and AI in perfect harmony. Synthetic data isn't just a one-trick pony, it's creating a feedback loop of awesomeness for both flesh and blood experts and their silicon-based counterparts. It's like watching the beginning of a beautiful friendship between man and machine, except instead of sharing beers, they're sharing data. For the humans, risk-free training scenarios, check. Practice makes perfect, and synthetic data allows for unlimited practice without real-world consequences. Rare case simulations, you got it. No more waiting years to encounter that 1-in-a-million case. With synthetic data, you can simulate it today. Instant feedback, faster than you can say, malpractice insurance. Synthetic data allows for rapid, iterative learning that can dramatically accelerate skill development. But it's not just about making better humans. Synthetic data is also supercharging our AI friends. 1. Initial training with a real synthetic data cocktail. AI models get the best of both worlds, learning from real data while benefiting from the diversity and volume of synthetic data. 2. Performance review. No stern HR rep needed. By testing AI models on synthetic data, we can quickly identify weaknesses and areas for improvement. 3. Generate new data to fill the gaps. Once we know where the AI is struggling, we can generate targeted synthetic data to address those weaknesses. 4. Retrain and repeat. It's like sending your AI to the gym, but instead of lifting weights, it's crunching data. Each iteration makes the AI stronger, smarter, and more capable. This cycle ensures that both human brainiacs and AI savants are constantly leveling up. It's evolution, baby, but at warp speed. We're talking about a future where human expertise and AI capabilities grow in tandem, each pushing the other to new heights. It's like watching the start of a beautiful symbiotic relationship, except instead of a clownfish and an anemone, it's doctors and algorithms. Addressing the party poopers. Of course, in any revolution, there's always someone ready to rain on the parade. Let's address some of the concerns that the skeptics and worriers are raising about synthetic data. 1. But is it real enough? We're working on it, Karen. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is perfect synthetic data. The quality of synthetic data is improving at a pace that would make Moore's law blush. Today's synthetic data is good enough to fool experts in many fields, and it's only getting better. But let's be real for a moment. The goal isn't to create perfect replicas of real data. It's to create data that's useful for training, testing, and development. And on that front, synthetic data is already knocking it out of the park. It's like the difference between a flight simulator and an actual plane. The simulator doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be good enough to train pilots effectively. 2. What about new biases? Fair point. We're keeping an eye on that faster than a helicopter parent at a playground. The irony of using synthetic data to combat bias is that we need to be careful not to introduce new biases in the process. But here's the thing, with synthetic data, we have unprecedented control over the data generation process. We can audit every step, tweak parameters, and ensure that our synthetic datasets are as balanced and unbiased as possible. It's like being able to play God with your data, shaping it to be fairer and more representative than real-world data could ever be. 3. Is it ethical? We're being more transparent about this than a glass house, especially in healthcare, where trust is king. The use of synthetic data raises important ethical questions, particularly in sensitive fields like medicine and finance. But let's flip the script for a moment. Is using real patient data for research ethical without their explicit consent? Is it ethical to make decisions based on biased real-world data? Synthetic data offers a way to conduct research, train AI, and develop new technologies without compromising individual privacy or perpetuating existing biases. From that perspective, one could argue that using synthetic data is not just ethical, but morally imperative. The crystal ball, synthetic data's bright future. Hold on to your hats because synthetic data is just getting started. We're talking about applications across industries faster than you can say, disruptive innovation. As generation techniques improve, we'll see synthetic data so real, making the Matrix look like a documentary. Here's a sneak peek at some of the mind-bending possibilities on the horizon. 1. Personalized medicine. Imagine creating a digital twin of every patient, complete with synthetic medical history, genetic information, and simulated responses to different treatments. Doctors could test thousands of treatment options on your digital doppelganger before ever administering a single pill to the real you. It's like having a crystal ball powered by synthetic data for your health. 2. Financial forecasting. Picture a world where banks can stress test their systems against every possible economic scenario, no matter how unlikely. Synthetic data could allow financial institutions to prepare for black swan events that haven't even been imagined yet. It's like giving economists a time machine but without the pesky paradoxes. 3. Autonomous vehicles. Self-driving cars need to be trained on millions of miles of driving data. But collecting that data in the real world is slow, expensive, and potentially dangerous. Enter synthetic data. We could generate endless virtual roads, complete with every possible driving scenario, from rush hour traffic to zombie apocalypse. It's like giving AI driving lessons in the world's most advanced video game. 4. Climate modeling. Climate change is complex, and our models are only as good as the data we feed them. Synthetic data could allow us to simulate centuries of climate data, helping us better understand and predict long-term climate trends. It's like giving climate scientists a fast-forward button for the planet. 5. Language processing. Natural language AI models like GPT-4 are already mind-blowing but limited by the data they're trained on. Synthetic data could allow us to generate limitless text in every imaginable language, dialect, and style. We could create AI language models that are truly universal translators, breaking down language barriers across the globe. It's like building a real-life Babelfish without the slimy fish part. The possibilities are as endless as our imagination and as exciting as a kid in a candy store with an unlimited budget. Synthetic data isn't just changing the game, it's rewriting the rules entirely. Wrapping it up, embrace the synthetic dawn. Synthetic data isn't just a tool, it's a revolution in our data-driven world. It's solving privacy headaches, data droughts, and the need for diverse AI training sets faster than you can say, artificial intelligence. It's the Swiss Army knife of the digital age, the skeleton key that's unlocking doors we didn't even know existed. So, to all you AI doomsayers out there, it's time to trade in those tinfoil hats for some rose-colored glasses. The synthetic data revolution isn't a dystopian nightmare, it's a ticket to a world where innovation dances with privacy and possibilities are as endless as a bottomless mimosa brunch. Remember, folks, it's not the machines we should fear, but the Luddites who'd have us cowering under our beds instead of surfing the wave of progress. Synthetic data isn't just an AI secret weapon, it's humanity's ace in the hole for a smarter, safer, and downright cooler future. As we stand on the brink of this synthetic dawn, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer audacity of what we're attempting. We're not just creating data, we're creating possibilities. We're not just training AI, we're shaping the future. Every synthetic dataset is a brushstroke in tomorrow's masterpiece, a pixel in the high-resolution image of what's to come. So, let's raise a glass, of synthetically generated beverage data, of course, to the dawn of the synthetic age. Here's to the data scientists, the AI researchers, and the visionaries who are turning ones and zeros into endless possibilities. Here's to a future where data isn't just big, it's synthetic and spectacular. As we forge ahead into this brave new world of artificial authenticity, let's remember that synthetic data isn't just changing how we train AI or conduct research, it's changing how we think about information itself. It's challenging our notions of what's real and what's possible. And in doing so, it's opening up new frontiers of innovation that we're only beginning to explore. So buckle up, data enthusiasts and AI aficionados. The synthetic data revolution is here, and it's going to be one hell of a ride. May your models be accurate, your privacy be protected, and your data be as synthetic as it is sensational. Cheers to progress, and may your data always be plentiful, private, and just a little bit fake. Welcome to the future. It's synthetically delicious. Thank you for your time today. Until next time, stay gruntled.